Okay, here we go. Lower right here. I hope everything is fine and you can hear me well. If not, you can simply message me back and I'll fix everything that is possible to fix. We won't be waiting for everybody to join. Those who want will watch it in the recording because every session is recorded and can be watched later. Hello. We will be practicing some meditation. This is January 2022, and welcome to the line of 6 meditation sessions that are happening every Tuesday and Thursday. I will start today with a very short introduction and will cover the most common question asked every time on my other meditation sessions. And the question is how to sit properly. So to be able to deep dive into the meditation, it is very good if your back is in the upright position. It doesn't really matter if you sit on the floor or on the pillow or on the chair. So you can choose whichever option works best for you. It is not really a requirement to sit in a lotus posture or any other modernly known postures or in classic positions in asanas. What is important is that your back is in an upright position. And to achieve it, to make it correctly positioned, you can check it via looking at your angle of the legs. If your ankles are on the same level as your lower back mainly, that will suggest that your back is in the upright position. If you're sitting somehow like this, it means that it is not really comfortable for you to sit on the ground. So what you want to lift yourself a little bit up and to put some pillow underneath. And again, if you feel you want or you need to sit on a chair, it's totally not a problem. As soon as you check on your posture, this is all you need. We will not be doing any stretching or body movements. So I would highly recommend that you dedicate 10, maybe 15 minutes, maybe the whole hour before the meditation to move a little bit and to make sure that you are prepared to sit for like 20, 30 minutes maybe. And the last note is about the duration. It is not a requirement that you sit still all the meditation session. At any moment of time, if you feel like, you can simply lie down and keep meditating. the last note about the hands, you can place them anywhere where it feels right, this or other way. It really depends on your current physical state. For some, it is very important to place hands around the ankles. Some people prefer to put a hand into the hand, but for some people, it is rather just placing hands lower in front of you. So no major requirements here. Just make sure that the overall position is comfortable for you. And during all the meditation session, we will be having our eyes closed. So don't worry about missing something on the screen. All you need is to hear the voice or the sound. And last not least, I know it's a lot, but it's really the final note. Whenever you feel you want to do something different from what I suggest, for example, we move from one breathing or concentration technique to another, but you don't feel like, I would rather suggest that you keep with your natural flow, because meditation is very individual. It is more about what you feel at this moment of time and about your state at this moment of time than trying to comply or to follow the guidelines. Saying this, let's start going into some breathing techniques, very basic, and you will notice that every time, more or less, we do something similar, and it is fine. So let's close our eyes and try to listen to your breath, how you inhale and exhale. What we will do, we will simply observe how we breathe. Our breath, it is foundational for us, and observing breathing process helps us to connect with our body and with ourselves. It is important that we don't necessarily force how we breathe, but we kindly observe it. Saying this, you will notice that as you observe how you inhale and exhale, the length of your breath can change, and it is fine too. It can be still without changes. It doesn't really matter how it changes or not. What matters that we listen to our breath, if I may say this way, or that we simply concise, comprehend, pay attention to our breath in and breath out. To be honest, we could spend all 30 minutes or 20 minutes just listening or cognizing our breath, and this will be totally fine. But we might use some different techniques or concentrations as we deep dive into the meditation. This is the first session. I will explain a little bit more of the details, and as we progress, there will be less of talking. Pay attention to what part of your body moves when you inhale. Usually, chest moves a lot. People are breathing with the chest, but the right way to breathe when we practice is to breathe with your belly. When we inhale, our belly expands, and if you haven't tried it yet, you can put your hand on your belly and feel how it moves, expands and contracts when we breathe in and breathe out. At the same time, our chest remains calm. This is so-called abdominal breathing. It was used to be called yogic breathing. And also there is a so-called full breathing. We will try it now. When we inhale, when we breathe in, first our belly extends and then we breathe in even more of the air and our chest starts moving up. And when we take in all the amount of air that we can, we might feel that our upper body is extending. And when we breathe out, our shoulders calm down and go down a little bit. And our chest is calming down and coming to its natural position. And in the very end, when exhale is almost completed, our belly is relaxed and gets to its usual position. Let's try and make several full breaths. Two or three are totally enough. Just observe how your body takes in air and then how air is forced out of the body. And maybe one more time. Belly extends. We feel like chest is moving a little bit up. And somewhere around our shoulders, we are like growing up when we inhale. And when we exhale, those micro movements happen. Our shoulders relax, our chest relax, and our belly relax. And back to simple breathing with your belly when the rest of the body remains still. And at all times, we keep a track. We are tracking how we are breathing, not trying to influence the process, not trying to force it or change how it goes, just keeping the count or paying attention to how we inhale and exhale. And what can be interesting is to try to find the moment in time when we finish breathing in and we start to breathe out. And then another moment in time when we finish the exhale and it ends, and when we start inhaling. And again, we don't try to force those moments or to specifically stop breathing to find those moments. We just try to softly find that moment in time. And we continue keeping the track of those moments. when we change the direction of the breath. And now we letting go our concentration on the breathing, and we find the center of our body somewhere around the center of our chest, and we try to concentrate there. If you don't know how to concentrate, you again can use your breath. You can imagine that you are breathing into the center of the chest, and you are breathing out from the center of the chest. This way you can direct all your attention into one little dot that you choose for yourself. In our case, somewhere in our body, in the very middle, very center of our chest. And as you keep concentrating there, it can happen that you feel some sensations. We don't really try to explain them or to understand for now. We just let them be. They can change. They can be different in different time. It's just that you might start noticing that when you concentrate somewhere, there could be sensations that are different from your usual daily style, what you feel during the day. From there, we redirect our concentration into the head, into the area between eyebrows, and maybe just a little bit deeper into the center of the head. It's totally your decision where it's easier for you to concentrate. It can be somewhere on the forehead or somewhere a little bit on the inside part. Just in the center of the head is fine too. And again, we remember that to keep the concentration there, we can simply imagine that we are breathing into that location, into that dot, and we are breathing out from that dot or location. Super simple. And with the next breath, we let our concentration go and simply scan our overall feeling with the state of our mind, if it has changed, and how we feel ourselves after such a very simple and yet a practice that can influence a lot. We will be practicing with you every Tuesday and Thursday, and your personal practice or home task or homework will be to find that 15-20 minutes and on your own to sit down and do some breathing meditation or that meditations that we are practicing with you together, preferably the same time as we are practicing Tuesday and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Pacific time. This way you are creating a repeatable practice or little habit that will help you to deep dive during our joint sessions easier and maybe with some less effort. We will be finishing for today. You will see nothing hard or complex, very simple. But when you do it continuously, you can feel how very simple practices have very good outcome. Let me know if you have any questions for the next time. Thank you.